Boatworks today is sponsored by Total Boat and Alexseal Yacht Coatings, as well as supported by the generosity from the beautiful folks over on Patreon. Thank you so much. So welcome back, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic weekend. My name is Andy with Boatworks today. In this video, we're taking a little bit of a sidestep from the framing process, mainly because, well, I'm not quite done with it yet. I've got a little bit more to do on it, and it's the end of the week, so rather than having that step broken up over what would be a third video, I'm just going to hold off on that, and that'll be the video that'll be coming out then next weekend, again, start to finish. However, until then, we can still start getting things ready for what would be happening afterwards, which is going to be the priming and then the painting. Now, as many of you know, I'm in the process of getting this little sailboat here prepped and ready for doing a paint demonstration using Alexseal Paint. Now, this spring they came out with a rolling additive that really kind of piqued my interest, so that's kind of what this is all about. Now, I've had this little pile of goodies here on my shop floor for well over a month, and I haven't opened them. I've been dying to, but I didn't want to open them, and then what do? But a bunch of open boxes. So what I want to do now is I just want to go through everything here, just see what all I've got, and hopefully, come on, Miller. Then hopefully in some of these, there's going to be some, I guess, a nice variety of different paint colors. Now, in the past, I've done paint demonstrations using Alexseal without this additive, but the paint that I used before was white, and that was kind of one of the, I guess, common comments that I got quite a bit, is that, well, because you're using a white paint, it's really kind of hard to see how well it actually looks on the surface. So let's see. Well, let me get everything out of the box here, and then we'll go through it. So I'm hoping that I've got 4 or 5 different colors of paint in here, and as part of all this, I'm going to let you guys decide what color we turn this little sailboat into. If I remember right, I think I ordered a nice little variety. I think I got some reds and some greens. One color in particular that I wanted to try, because I'm kind of curious on trying it on the Bertram. It's the Fighting Lady Yellow or something like that. Okay. So, but I'm going to let you guys decide what color we're going to be doing this in. Now, the way that I'm going to do this, I think probably the easiest way to have this site, because I don't think YouTube lets us do polls anymore. So what I'm going to do is, down in the comments, I'm going to somehow try and find a way to have, basically I'm going to post like 5 comments, 5 individual comments, each of them with a color of paint. And when we're going through and watching this, whatever your vote would be, give a thumbs up or a like or a heart or whatever it is that they do on that one. And then whatever color gets the most, I guess, likes or upvotes, whatever you want to call it, then that's the paint that we're going to go with. Now, in addition to this, I'm also going to be testing some different rollers. And I've got maybe 3 or 4 rollers that I've used in the past. I've had really good luck with them, but that's not to say that they are the absolute best. Like I said, I've always gotten good results. So another thing that I'd like you to do is, while we're kind of thinking about this, because I need to get a lot of this stuff ordered now so that it's here in 2 weeks when we're going to be ready to start priming and painting. But another thing that I'd like you to do is leave a comment suggesting some roller style or some types of rollers or roller brands that you'd be curious to kind of see how they work. The ones offhand that I've used so far, it's the Red Tree, it's a little mohair, those little cigar rollers, and those work very, very well. They do give off some lint. If you don't have them prepped, I guess 100, perfectly. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't really played around much with foam rollers. I know Red Tree makes a foam roller as well. I haven't really played around with foam just because in the past, my experience with them is that they tend to swell up and start falling apart if you're going to be using them any longer than, say, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. So I don't know, but I mean, if you've used some foam rollers and you've gotten really, really good results, let me know what brand and specifically the roller that you want me to try out. And we'll go through. We'll try, 4, 5, 6 different types of rollers, and then on this boat, and then we'll be able to see like a side-by-side comparison on what the quality of the finish is for each type of roller. So I think that'll be something that'll end up being very, very helpful for folks, I guess, down the road, because this video isn't going to be going anywhere. It's going to be living on YouTube forever. So it'll be something that can be pulled up over and over again. So, all right. I've gotten everything out here, so let's see what all we've got. Okay, now as far as the colors that I ordered here, the first one we've got the Fighting Lady Yellow, which again that's kind of the one that I've seen it when I look at it on a color card like this. It doesn't really do much for me, but I've seen boats that are painted with this and they look absolutely gorgeous. So that's one option. Another going here. Come on, focus. We've also got a royal blue, as well as a very, very dark green. On camera here, hopefully it comes out better when I'm actually editing, but on camera here, this actually almost looks black, but it is just a very, very dark green. So we have those two as well. We also have Infinity Blue, again, which is going to be very, very dark. Then lastly is a light gray. So in total here, we've got all of our 5 cans of our paint that we just went through on the color chart. We've got some big tubs of their fairing compound. Now this will probably be something that will come into play after the primer is down. And as well as that, we've got the 442 primer in the gray. I already have some in the white, depending on which color we go with. If you're going to be painting with a dark color, then you want to use the gray primer. If you're going to be using or painting with a light or a white color, then you're going to want to go with the white primer. So we got the gray primer, the converter, the reducer here, as well as the stuff that we need for the actual top coats. So we've got the 501 converter, which is for the paint, as well as the reducer, and finally the star of the show. Now this is their new rolling additive that they just, Alexseal just came out with this spring. It is their 5018, and from what I've seen, supposedly we'll be able to just roll this paint out, no more tipping, just roll it out, and the bubbles will pop, it will self-level, and it will look like one of the best spray jobs that you can get. So that's why I'm very, very excited to try with this, or to play around with this, because if this actually does what they claim it to do, that's just totally going to change the way people DIY people are able to paint their boats. So I have a lot of high hopes for this, but we shall see. I haven't ever touched it yet. So like I said, this video is going to be much shorter than normal, but I am asking 2 very important questions that I would like some feedback on. The first one, again, being what color paint you'd like to see me use on this little red sailboat, well, soon to be formerly red sailboat, as well as any roller recommendations. Now, again, these can be anything. If you've heard suggestions from one of your boat neighbors or whatever, and you're like, well, I don't know that I really want to take the chance, spend the money on it, well, I'll do that. So again, upvote the color paint that you'd like to use, as well as drop some recommendations on the rollers. And yeah, so then next weekend then is going to be the wrap up on the fairing process, and then we'll be getting into the fun stuff. So on that note, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you in advance. If you have any questions, comments, leave those down below. And as always, thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week for the conclusion of the fairing. Finally.
This has been a Boatworks Today production.